Some of the tea we've had in the past has been pretty
Yeah, but that is awful. I generally don't think you changed the water whatsoever.
No, I didn't.
Taste it.
Did you say change it? It's on a tap.
Yeah, but did you let the taps run through, or was the water in the kettle?
When was the last time you ran the tap?
I put new water in a kettle, yeah.
But
You
when
just
did you
opened the tap up, didn't you?
When was the last time you ran the tap?
Yeah, I might have just opened the tap up.
We're in a farmhouse. What do you expect that was? I've been touched for 7 months.
That is grot.
It's grot.
That is really
I'm
bad.
going to drink it, but it's terrible.
I'm not going to drink it.
It's not that bad.
It is that bad.
It's awful. It
That
tastes like
is-
medicine.
At least we've got a tea.
Well, it's not really, is it? You
It's
can't
not really.
class that as tea.
I actually don't even think it's a tea.
I had a really bad period recently, so I was out filming with Keith from CC Moore, and all
Yeah.
he drank was coffee.
Right.
I felt really bad because the only coffee I had was in my old Yorkshire tea tin, which I hadn't touched in
proper
about
ropey.
6 months.
Yeah.
So actually, I was like, "Do you want a coffee?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Shit." So I opened the lid up, and it's just this big ball of coffee. So I had to get my
cutting it off the
spoon,
edges.
like to chisel it off.
Just put it on a fork and soak it for a bit.
Yeah.
That's strong enough.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's
Nice.
exactly how it went.
Right.
You
Well, I mean, it's
seriously-
yeah.
You need to update your hygiene standards.
I think that's some tea ban for life.
Well, now we're moving units. We can put a proper kitchen unit in, and
Oh yeah, with running water.
Let that
with
go
proper running
festering.
water.
Not out the back of the cow trough. That would do. Thanks very much. It's dreadful.
From the
of the
cow
cow.
shed. That's it.
Well, I've got no water, so that's all I've got.
That is horrible.
It's terrible.
That is really bad. I'm saddened. By
Right,
this
on that
tea.
note, should we make
I
a
think we
start?
should kick into this. Yeah.
All right, let's kick into it. So, welcome to the ClubCarp podcast. It's been a while since we've been sat on the sofa and we've had the microphones out, but nonetheless, we are in a new environment. We've got a new unit. We've welcomed Jack back as well, and we're going to a little bit more about that because he's had a prolonged period of absence.
Very long.
But nonetheless, welcome back. Welcome to the ClubCarp podcast. The plan was is to kick one out once every 3 months, kind of coinciding with the latest box. And no doubt we'll be putting some important consultants and some different guests onto our nice red sofa we've got here.
Yeah.
And either Jack, Neal or I will be heading up each one of the podcasts. But no doubt we'll see a few famous faces on the sofa throughout the coming years to come. So welcome back. Without further ado, we're getting to this one and we're going to have a little run through about what's been going on with ClubCarp, a couple of the socials. We've got to chuck out a few special mentions to a few people that have been on our events recently. And also, let's have a little find out a little bit about why Jack has been absent from the business and his fishing as well. And also, it'd be great to have a catch up from our trip over the last couple of years, some of the European adventures that we've been doing.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So latest box.
Oh, what a box.
Not bad, is it?
I think we've had some pretty big, rounds of applause from people on this one, and certainly a milestone for us, as in terms of where we wanted to be, who we've managed to get on board, and the branding as well.
Oh yeah, big time. Tell us, how did that come about?
Well, actually, we've previously done Ali Hamidi, One More Cast,
Yeah.
and at the time we were speaking to Corda and the marketing team at Corda. Now, all the time, Corda are releasing like the latest masterclass, and we wanted to coincide something and put something in that was relatable to one of the most recent masterclasses.
Yeah.
And it just so happened to be that Danny Fairbrass was doing a particular rig using obviously the boom section, long shank hooks, D-rig, that kind of thing that was fishing well. And obviously we tailor our boxes for the time of year. He uses this rig particularly around the sort of August time, autumn time. So it just fitted and clicked really well.
Yeah. What's it like working with Corda from your perspective as a
So
brand?
professional, probably one of the most professional brands out there.
Really?
Really easy to deal with. Marketing team's absolutely fantastic. So it's great getting that professionalism to and fro. Now they're the only brand as well that have kind of come back to us about changes on the rig card, which just show the attention to detail and how finite they really are. And also they're a great brand to work with because not only are we promoting them, but they wanted us to deliver us one of their boxes to them just so they could see it in the flesh.
Love that.
And be able to kind of share that back as well. So they see the value in what we're doing, and we see the value in what Corda offer back as well.
It's obviously worth pointing out that prior to this, we did do the solid one.
Oh, with Rob.
Solid bag
That was a
with
great
Rob.
box.
Yeah,
Rob was
yeah.
great,
And again,
wasn't he?
it's really good. You're growing from strength to strength. And each time we deliver a box, you learn something new.
Yeah.
Feedback from the members is massive for us.
Yeah.
You've got to work to what people are looking at. it'd be very easy to lose track and just keep doing the same thing. But this just keeps it really fresh. We're lucky to have the brands that buy in, and Corda with this was just unbelievable.
Well,
I hope people really enjoyed it, because the feedback we're getting from people, obviously some people have only recently got the boxes, they delivered over a few days.
That's
immense.
Well, and that's not to pronounce the other manufacturers we worked this year. It's been a mega year for ClubCarp. You think about where we kicked the year in with George's first feature in a box with Ridge Monkey.
First and last.
First and last. Yeah.
First and last. Well, you never know. Oh, you can only have so many people so many times. So then we went Ridge, and then it was
Hassan.
We done Hassan like this time winter last
that
year.
was it with Nash, Ridge Monkey, Ali with OMC. So that was our first feature of a brand new manufacturers as well. And then straight into Corda. It's been a heck of a.
What could come next?
Well, what could come next?
What could come next?
Jack Player hopefully will be coming out next. That's what we will be.
I'll give you a clue. It's not on that one.
Coming out. It's just
coming out to go fishing.
Yeah, coming out to go fishing.
One of the members actually gave us a great idea. He actually, we recently met up with did a little thank you session at Manor Farm. He came up with a good idea about putting one of you guys, one of our box members, in the subscription box. That'd be cool, this is something that we might release very, very soon. So watch this space, and you can put your application in and actually be the angler, the consultant, featuring in the box. You let us know what rig that you use during a specific time of year and the components that you use, and we will put together a rig card, your graphics, the way that you tie the knots,
and it'd be really together. And I think it'd be really cool for the some of our subscription members to understand what goes into actually developing the box, because this is now our 12th, 13th box plus all the additional boxes that we do. The building of a rig, it's not only then it's sourcing the product. So actually, like you said, we always design our own exclusive bits of merchandise. The Citronella candle, this one which has gone down as a right hit, but then it's also all the other pieces that come in. So the bank life merchandise. So I think that'd be really cool for our subscribers to help us design the full product. Understand actually, what else can we put in here? The nuances that we get to put in. So I think that'd be a great touch, and I think our members would like it.
The fortunate position you're in now is having worked with so many different manufacturers, not being tied to one of them. We're open to anything. Anyone can rock up, and we go to any of the big brands. We'll pick it. We're obviously really doing well with how we're getting feedback from the box. Each box has been really, really well received, and we keep growing, getting new items in there and changing it up. Because if you go to just average Joe and say you're going to get a box delivered with a rig in it, everyone sort of scratches their head.
That's it, yeah.
But the growth now has gone so well that people get it. It's a gift to yourself. We've said it time and time again.
It's like a little Christmas gift.
The amount of people that have stuff delivered to separate addresses so they don't get found out is amazing.
Oh, it's incredible.
Business addresses coming out of my ears on the last one. I went, where? This doesn't even make sense, this address. Oh, yeah, they really don't want anyone finding out about their fishing
The missus doesn't want to find out. The husband doesn't want to find out.
Well, even though the boxes come out and it's been a huge success, it didn't have its ups, but it also had its downs as well. So box packing, Neal was obviously here. You've been taking a bit of period out, but the box packing was an absolute headache when it made.
Can I just say,
oh no,
the head of accounts picked me up on my sticker placement.
Hey, look,
sticker placement of all things. I was really good. Nice flat stickers. Old Muggins here got done for George's duff stickering. He snuck 4 boxes in, and the stickers weren't flat. They weren't in a precise location. Yeah. I took the hit for it. Just saying.
Jesus.
Angela, we love you, but next time, please pursue George, not me. I was innocent.
We each box is hand packed, and we do want a bit of quality. I'm firmly barred from packing certain aspects. I think it was about 4 boxes ago.
I think it's tissue paper stage.
Tissue paper. There was one period where we finished box packing, and we had about 7 swivels left over, packs of swivels left over from packing 400 boxes, and it was like, I have no idea I've done this, but please write to us. It was saying
when you're packing 500 shoebox size boxes, which is loaded with product. Things are going to happen.
It's a logistical nightmare. It's a really intense couple of days, but it's good fun as well. We get some of the other team members down. Angela, who's not here, Aaron, who helps out quite a lot with the box in content creation, and even one of the co-founders, Harriet, comes down every now and again. So it's a really good laugh to get together with everybody.
Well, we've actually done a film. So Sam, our new video, he's sat behind the camera over there right now. Yeah. Sam, one of our media guys, our videographer, actually came down and has done a whole film about us doing a feature on box packing. So, check that out when it drops, and you'll see exactly how a box packing session goes.
Obviously, watch it, because saying you've made a film about packing a box really doesn't sell it. But have a look at it. It's quite funny. You see what goes into it, and you will see that we all get kept in line by Angela. She's saying the boss.
She's in charge of the accounts for a reason. Militant.
Yeah. So when the guys obviously get a box, not only being part of a member, they get access to the box, but they're also invited onto ClubCarp socials. Massive, the social club.
Love it.
Social club. People absolutely love, and we've got such a good group that come along to these. Every time we're seeing new faces come through, we're seeing the same sort of a couple of the regular sort of guys, which are really welcoming.
Yeah,
fantastic group. And it's just growing.
I've been to some cool places. Obviously, I missed the last one, which was Swan Valley. So I remember fishing it. Was it last year or 2 years ago we went?
Was that when you lost the fish, Jack?
Lost the fish. I will never forget this. George was trying to encourage a certain brand of product which I hadn't used before. And I was like, all right, fine, fish in Swan Valley, where you want everything to be just right. And I got carried away listening to George. Never again. And second morning, had a great take, and the hook link snapped. Weak rubbish. Not going to name what brand it was, but
how many times have we listened to George?
Well, you had the same experience, didn't you? You used a certain.
Let's not dig out George here.
This is like George going out in the ocean on his boat, going, "It's only a small hole. We'll be all right." Yeah. This is the normal George's life. We should do George's life as a podcast. That would be comical.
It would be class. But how was Swan this time around? Obviously, I missed it.
It was hard work. It's really hard work. I mean, we're always taking the same, like booking different venues, and so far, venues have been fishing hard. There's no two ways about it. I think fishing in the UK this year has been tough. But this year, particularly at Swan on the social, the guys found it quite hard.
Yeah.
Again, check out that video. It'll be dropping really, really soon. Rob Gibson, an absolute
big shout out to Rob
videographer, came down and did a session film with us, and you'll see some of his work dropping as well. You can kind of guess the theme here. We're kind of pushing forward with a lot more of our media now.
Definitely.
But you'll see that film come through.
Yeah.
The guys had a fantastic time. We did a bit of tuition. We had like a fish and chip takeaway on the Saturday night. We had a couple of drinks.
I had a night off cooking.
Neal had a night off cooking. We obviously got round, did a little bit of one-to-one with people as well, as in the tuition side of things. Good old prizes at the end, and we did a little casting competition, of which I've now got a brilliant idea for another like games night competition.
I'm here for this.
Not well, put it this way, it involves paintballs, but it doesn't mean shooting paintballs at each other.
You have to do a risk assessment on it.
It's already sorted.
Yeah.
It's already sorted.
It's good. The thing is, with the Swan Valley, they were brilliant.
Yeah.
When you get hold of these lakes, and we're planning you have to plan way in advance. Obviously, you look at the likes of Swan, Sandhurst, Norton. They're booked up for these big things way ahead. So we have to make a lot of decisions early on, get people booked into it so that they know what they're expecting. You get your goodie bag and everything else that turns up with your bait kit, which I think people really become to like, because the first thing they're running around seeing what you've got for them.
Well, big shout out to CC Moore there for the ongoing support with ClubCarp, and they've worked with us to partner up to support our social events as well. So
they've
big shout out to them.
Unbelievably good, and supporting the media they'll put out straight away, because I think it works both ways. Let's not make any cuts on it. It's a business, but they see the value in us. We've seen a lot of value in them. They are so good and so good to work with that it just makes our life a little bit easier. So it's nice there. The social at Swan was good. The lake is brilliant. If you literally don't have to go too far on YouTube, and you'll see the fish that are in there.
Quality fish.
And it was hard. I think people learn a lot. Every time you see same faces coming back, different people. they learn so much about their fishing, because invariably you've got your own syndicate, you fish.
Yeah.
You come to these and it pushes you so far, but there's always someone around to help. And I think when fish come out, it makes a massive event.
That's it. And I think a lot, you know, as you said about the planning, I think that's something that George puts a lot of time into, is thinking about actually how can we go to great venues, as you said, Sandhurst, Swan, you know, Norton, mega place, but actually trying to create or take anglers to different lakes where actually they can push their boundaries a little bit more, and focus on developing their strengths. I think George puts an awful lot of time into the tuitions. Obviously we had Lewis join some of our socials as well. Big shout out to Lewis Sherwood for helping out as well from Ridge Monkey, and we've had Rob Burgess in the past. You know, all of these events, we're actually taking anglers to different lakes where they can sort of push their boundaries of fishing. I know from my perspective, having fished for years, I get stuck into the same style of lakes that I want to fish, or the same type of fishing. So then actually be going to these socials and taking anglers to say, actually, you know, why don't you try, you know, you go to Norton and you're casting anglers who've been fishing small syndicates, only casting 8, 9.
Well, you look at next year.
Well, yeah.
Well, we've got loads of events on. We've got loads in the diary. Most of which we don't say anything, Neil. I don't know where you're going there.
Yeah.
We haven't advertised out yet because we want to make sure that every intricate bit of planning is done prior for us to put it out. So
have we sold out the next place? But is that
so the next one's Norton Disney.
Is that October? Sorry,
October. On Billy's Lake. So we've got a great lineup coming there. We've got some of the prizes we've got for that now sorted.
Awesome,
phenomenal. And then we've got the Christmas special at Loggies Lake down in Kent. It's little things like, so we've booked that because you can drive. It's winter. It's December. We want it somewhere where it's got power for the main sort of tents. We can run a bit of a Christmas party. It's a Christmas special.
Yeah.
You can drive to your swim, park up near your swim, so there's no mud. They're hard swims. Good winter form, that's obviously important.
Definitely.
And we also wanted somewhere as well where an accessible angler can make, consultant-wise, that can offer a bit of tuition straight from the get-go. So we've got Dan Hawkes, local angler,
top lad,
coming down on the Friday, fishing through to the Saturday morning. But the reason why we've asked him to be there on the Friday, so he can help people get their spots established. He knows the lake like the back of his hand.
Wicked.
So he'll know all the spots on the lake, and he can help aid people in getting fishing effectively.
I think it's just ruined the surprise. I didn't think we were going to say who it was.
We have for that one because that one's out there. But
is it? We're nearly booked up on that one, aren't it? So there's only a handful.
Yeah,
of
I think there's 2 spaces left at the moment.
So guys, check out the link. It's on your.
That's at the time of this recording.
So it could be sold. Don't blame me. Or Neil. George's fault.
Blame George.
Always. But it will be first come, first serve. But also, if it is fully sold out, feel free to drop a quick message to the website, the email address ClubCarp.com. Every now and again, unfortunate circumstances, somebody can't make it. So
that's a good point.
There's a good chance that we might be able to get you on last minute. Can't promise anything. And then we started booking up next year, but we're going to hold them for now, are we?
We've got one which we've just put on the website this week.
Which one's that?
And on the members app as well. That is Sandhurst again, but we've got Sandhurst for 3 nights. So we felt that Sandhurst, such a big iconic venue. Yateley Lake, mega fishing there. 2 nights just wasn't quite enough.
You need time on there
need a little bit of time.
You may need to move spots. There's spots within spots at Sandhurst. There's a lot of.
Well, you had a Grawler this year, didn't you? It was as you said, this the weather conditions this year. A lot of lakes are really changed the topography and the environment underneath the water, so it was really weedy.
It was weedy, and getting people I think by the end of it, a lot of people are a lot more comfortable fishing in weed.
Definitely.
Obviously, someone caught rather a special carp there as well.
Big shout out to Ed. Good old Ed.
Ed.
Well done, Ed.
Catching armadillo out.
But can you please stop screaming and scaring the life out of myself and George? This has happened twice now.
So all these events, a few of us don't fish, so we are permanently on hand to go around and aid the members, get pictures, videography, just be able to be on hand to support. And me and Neil was in the support tent, in the kind of team tent, and Ed was actually in a peg down next to us. And then the first we knew about it was, I think it was just literally daylight had just broken, and you hear this like shouting of like George, like in like coming 2 pegs down.
Legend. Well, it's a mega fish armadillo, isn't it? It's
well, we went running up thinking that he was in like real problems.
Pain.
No. He hooked it, landed it through all the weed, and it was just sat there. He was just really excited. I'm like,
he was screaming that much. We thought he'd fallen in the lake.
That is cool. He's landed it, and he's like, "Oh, it's just the armadillo, you know." What?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Well, give Ed his dues. He's
done well.
He's on Turner's. He smashed it up on Turner's last October, didn't he?
Fishing really well. A lovely guy.
Yeah,
and that's the sort of person you'll come across on the socials.
Totally.
A crazy man that yells at you at 5 o'clock in the morning.
That's happened at the first Sandhurst we did, so I'll never forget George scaring the beavers out of me because somebody else had caught fish. It was John Haslam, top guy as well. Yeah. He'd caught fish, woke you up, and then you'd snuck in. So instead of introducing himself, and I walked in really quietly to come up quite close to me and go, "Oh, Jack, shit myself." And I absolutely thought I was getting robbed or something. I'd been out fishing for a week with George and doing some filming, so I was absolutely exhausted.
That was a long week.
That was a head of a week, that was. And yeah, just scared the crap out of me. I think that's a theme at Sandhurst. Strong recommendation if you're waking me up. Just introduce yourself as you're walking into the swim. Let me prepare myself mentally before you wake me up.
And also, we did find out George doesn't like snakes.
Oh no!
I've heard that before.
Yeah. So someone, you know what he's like. We can build it. He's like Bob the Builder, but out of bracken. We can use this board. We'll put that up with a great backdrop. Picks it up and he just screams like a little girl. And I went, "All right, George, there's a snake." I was like, "What? There's a massive snake." I was like, "Well,
you didn't like it either."
Well, yeah, but I was a little bit smarter and went, "Oh, it's a snake, don't go near it." No, but it's under there. So he goes back. I'm like, "You don't like snakes, right?" "No, I don't like snakes." "Why are you going back?" "Oh, it's under there." "Yeah, we'll leave it alone." And then Aaron came to our saviour.
Good Aaron.
The Viking in him came out and he was quite merry. "Do you want me to pick it up?" "No, we actually don't.
Don't just leave it well alone."
He's happy over there. We're happy here. Let's run away. But yeah, fantastic.
The Ginger Wookie.
I wasn't even going to go there.
Nah.
God bless him.
Brilliant venue.
Yeah.
And that's why it's great setup. The swims are good, the layout's really good, the barbecue area's really good.
Yeah.
So it just works out perfectly for us.
And I think we'd all say, although it is hard work, there's no denying that again, the boxes are hard to work, but the social clubs are quite hard to put together, and it's actually the running of the social club for the 2 or 3 days is quite graft. But actually,
it's the week.
It's the week before.
The whole run up to it.
But I think firmly for me, and I think I'll probably speak on behalf of all of you as well, is it's probably our favourite bit because actually producing for the boxes for the subscribers is great, but you don't get that interaction. You don't get to listen. So something that we really love is in those evenings where we have the meals together, sitting down and just chatting to the guys, actually talking about their own fishing, why they enjoy the product. Some of them have been, subscribers since the beginning. Others are quite new, and you get that great mix of people that kind of come on our journey with us, which is great. So I'm looking forward to getting back into them probably next year and really being a part of the socials again.
Well, that's probably a point to ask. So how are you, Jack?
Hanging in there.
Hanging in there.
It's probably the best way to describe it. It's been it's quite a year. I think the last time I fished was a ClubCarp social over in France. And whilst I was out there, slipped a disc and actually twisted my pelvis, which I didn't realise about until about 2 weeks afterwards of sort of hobbling around. So I've not fished now for over a year, which has been brutal. I'm not going to lie. Sort of physically, mentally kind of going through, and I think we'd all say I was probably angled almost too much of my spare time prior to screwing my back up. So transpires that... Well, originally I slipped a disc the week before we went to the Alps, but kind of got over it quite quickly. I mean, it was quite bad on the way down. I nearly didn't make it on the ferry.
Oh yeah, on the ferry you had to lie down.
I had to lie down on the floor of the ferry.
We was upstairs, weren't we, on the main deck?
That was it.
And then you just laid down on the floor, and everyone's just walking past, going, "Why is this random bloke just laying on the floor?"
Just in agony.
Like tombstoned as well.
That was it. So the week before we went and filmed the Alps trip, I slipped a disc, and it was pretty brutal. Probably for the first day, I can remember sort of trying to set my stuff up and kept collapsing on the floor, but got over it. I thought I was fine, and then slipped the disc again, or sort of further prolapsed the disc when we.
Have you got any pictures of it?
I might have a couple of the MRI scans, so I'll try and put them up if we can. It's quite hard to see. So that was the start, and then probably August to October, November last year, I tried to firm it out. Like I was having an osteopath every week, loads of acupuncture and massage, and it was kind of keeping me on top of things. But I noticed I was starting to get a lot of issues in my legs, in regards to like numbness in my legs, and a lot of pain down the right hand side of my leg. So I went private because the NHS was a bit of a nightmare. Paid for an MRI scan, and had it diagnosed that I've got something called spinal stenosis. In short, is your nerves kind of run through your spinal column, and they sit within what they class as a sac, like a tube. I mean, I'm pretty big, but I've got an incredibly thin, narrow spinal column where my nerves sit. So what's happened is I've slipped a disc, and then they're being completely compressed. So on the right-hand side of my, so it's my L4-5, on the right-hand side, the nerves are completely trapped, which was awful. So it was pretty tough. Did sort of October, November last year till March on quite strong painkillers just to try and work and get through, which is why I had to slow down things with ClubCarp as well. Wasn't able to help out the socials, wasn't able to really do much, no fishing whatsoever. I could literally kind of wake up, go to work on a lot of drugs while I was working from home, and then come home, and then eventually I paid for some spinal injections privately, which cost a fortune. Strongly recommend to anybody to get private health if you can. I had it through work, but when I did the injury in August, it was about 8 weeks before my private kicked in. So I self-funded some injections, which worked, but worked really well. Started good. This was March this year, April this year. Had a really good turn. Started losing a lot of weight. You can tell I'm a bit chunky than what I was in the old videos. Sitting around doing nothing does that for you. Started losing a load of weight, and then because I'd slipped the disc on the right hand side back in when was it? It was June this year probably. I slipped the disc again on my left side, so I had a really rough sort of 8 weeks where I blew the disc out again. So I'm having surgery. I was supposed to have it in August on the 10th, but it got cancelled the day before because I picked up some sort of infection, which was a real shame. Through the NHS, there was no way I was paying that privately. So now I've got surgery on the 25th September. They're going to go in, cut away the disc as far back as they can, break away some of the bone in the area to try and create like a pocket of space for my nerves, and then touch wood, should have a full recovery from that and get back fishing.
Sounds simple.
I reckon we could do that.
Yeah. A hell of a year.
You've got a multi-tool.
I'm sure there's some stuff around here in this tractor house that we could use for that.
It'd be mad. I'm dreading it. I've got to have, well, they say I've got to have at least 6 weeks off work after the surgery. Can't really do anything.
6 weeks off, 5 weeks fishing, 1 week recovery.
I wish. Literally, they're like, you can't even do anything. Because they're going in for your spine. So when I said, oh, what's it like when I wake up? Well, I have to be on my stomach. And they said, no, you've got to like wake up. You're going to be on your back, but you can't move for the first 6 hours because you need the weight of your body to compress the area to stop the bleeding because there's so many blood vessels in the lower part of your veins. So it's like you're going to bleed out for a while. So it's like you can't move for the first bit, and then you can't stay still after you've kind of healed. Like the first few days, I'll be about up to a week in hospital and then out. And so it'd be quite a bit of a crap sort of three. I've sort of got 3 weeks of work. Work has been great, and where I can sort of rest up, try and recover a bit, start walking a little bit. But you're not allowed to sit still in one position for too long. So like sleeping, you've got to kind of roll over every hour.
That's George's life.
Lying on the sofa, you've got to get up. So it's been a massive ordeal.
We'll come and visit.
Absolutely.
We'll absolutely come and visit. You want us to leave, but
we'll absolutely. Come and visit. But a little tiny flat, you guys come in and just cause a load of riot.
We just can't cause a mess.
Yeah. But you know, touch wood, it'd be fine. It's like I said, it's been a tough year.
Well, we've missed you.
I've missed this.
We've missed you, especially at the socials.
Yeah,
Neal's kept me sane just about.
Well,
and I've now had enough.
So Neal's had enough.
Yeah, no, you get a long extended break. What I've got is long annual leave from ClubCarp. Sick leave. Didn't get paid for it, like George. That's what's but no, I can't wait to get back to the socials. One thing I'm not looking forward to is your snoring.
I've got better.
He's got new alarms.
I don't believe it. New alarms.
He's got new alarms and a receiver that
you
works.
You can still turn them off.
What alarms have you bought?
What did I buy?
R3 pluses.
Oh, Jersey.
Nash R3 pluses.
Nice.
I didn't even want them. George taught me into buying them.
Basically
bullied me into
buying them. Neal's previous receiver would just sit on the metal side and just all night just be going.
That's because I get a lot of fish, just saying. Just because yours didn't make a noise, George. Jealousy will get you nowhere.
Not sure about that. Have you watched the last French film?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so now you've got a bit of battle of the snorers. You've got Aaron, who far outstrips me. He's an amazing snorer, may I say.
He's going through sleep apnea
bloody hell.
What's it called? Where you,
sleep apnea is the one where you can't breathe at night.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So I picked that up on him. We did a trip to Amsterdam last year to the Den Bosch show.
Yeah.
Oh, what a messy weekend that was. Ended up sharing a hotel room with Aaron.
What
Single beds, I'll add.
Yeah.
But needless to say, that was a very sleepless night.
It's just the one single bed.
Well, it was a sleepless night for two different reasons, really.
Yeah.
One was because Aaron was snoring quite a lot, and also I kept thinking he died,
Aaron.
so he'd be snoring and then just stop breathing, so I had to check on him every now and again. And then come 2 o'clock in the morning, the fire alarm goes off.
Oh, bloody hell.
So I'm like, oh no. Now bearing in mind I'm just in my pants as well. Aaron's in his like this is a big ginger Wookie, and he's wearing, what's that subscription where you can get pants and they're like really colourful, like different patterns or like really bold patterns.
Is it Oddballs or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Aaron's wearing like a pair of these really colourful, elaborate pants, and he's quite a big ginger lad. So and he's quite hairy.
Nailing the ginger point.
He's quite hairy, big bushy beard. Hence the ginger Wookie bit. Now the fire alarm goes off 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm thinking, oh god, like, really, for real? So I come out the hotel. I come out the door of our room just to see like down the corridor what's going on.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I hear Aaron, like literally right behind me. Like, what's going on, George? I'm bearing in mind I'm standing in the corridor in my pants.
Yeah.
Aaron's come out in his pants, and then all of a sudden you just hear the click.
Oh, you're joking.
At the door of the hotel room, and then all these women coming out of their rooms, they're looking at us, going like I can't even whistle because I'm laughing so much. like looking at us. I'm like, oh no! Like fire alarm's still going off, and then someone shouts up, "It's not a drill. I need to leave your rooms." I'm like, oh
in
no,
your pants.
in our pants.
We've already left,
this is in January as well, and it's freezing
Jesus.
cold outside.
Hang on, excuse.
So you come downstairs, and I'm standing there in the foyer, no towel, no dressing gown, nothing. I'm just there in my pants. Aaron's standing there in his pants. Everyone's sort of staring at us because they've obviously bought out dressing gowns, towels, quick change of clothes, shoes. And I'm not going outside. It's absolutely freezing. So she says, "All right, like wait in the foyer." So we're waiting in the foyer. I mean, we're there a good 20 minutes, and then the fire service turned up. There's me and Aaron in our pants, standing in the foyer.
You couldn't write it.
You couldn't write it. You really couldn't. Anyway, so that was a fun trip to Amsterdam.
With his snoring. Fucking hell.
But previous to that, obviously, big European trip, and we were saying last time you fished with us was the Alps.
That was last. What a trip that was. That was probably... We'll go down, and I think, we'll top it because I think we're slightly sadomasochistic in our style of fishing. It was so extreme. I think we left yours at 4 o'clock on the, I don't know what day it was, Friday. Arrived at the Alps at about midday the next day, no sleep. I obviously was in a world of problems, couldn't even sit still, let alone like 12-hour drive down.
Oh yeah, we had to carry your gear as well.
And we rocked up at this gaff, Great Lake. We won't give away where the lake was, but rocked up at this gaff. All we've gone on is a load of pins.
Wild lake, in the middle of the Alps.
Fully, no pay. We hadn't even sorted out our fishing licences at the time. Sort of turned up to this lake where we knew we wanted to fish, but I was doing a big bit of research online. And there was a couple of Dutch guys actually, wasn't it? Yeah, a couple of Dutch guys there. They were just packing up, and they sort of said, "Oh, we've had a nightmare. You can't have bivvies up. You can't have a boat.
Right.
We're off." And we was like, well, and it was like 12 o'clock. Like I said, we'd not slept. And it was like, do you know what? I reckon we should go down there. They've not told us. It was like we had a massive debate about this because literally on Google, I'll try and put a screenshot up. Rough, no, I won't because it would give away all the lakes. But we got all these dots all over sort of southern France. One thing you don't realise when you look at France is you're like, oh yeah, I've just potted those in, these maps. So we said, oh, I'll have a look at the next one, 4-hour drive. And it's like, well, no, absolutely not. Let's do the night here. Worst case, we get busted. We'll just have to sleep without a tent up. We won't even put the rods up. Then probably spent, I don't know, best part about 2 hours. Like we're in the middle of nowhere outside, the Alps. We don't even know we can drive on this road that we've driven on. We've had to open this gate to get in. And these guys have said it's terrible. Like we've been slung off by the fish police. So it was like, screw it, we're done. Then like we've got no signals. So we're trying to get fishing licenses. At that point, I was for borderline. Like, I'm gonna murder someone.
I was gonna cry, wasn't we?
It was awful. Dumped all the gear off. Had you parked the van? It was about a kilometre and a half away.
Yeah, it's more than that. It's about a mile and a half.
Unbelievable. And set about probably what was the grueliest, that's not even a word, most mentally draining trip. I think the first day we didn't even get the boat out.
No, we didn't. Well, we didn't because obviously the police had said to these other lads, no boats, no bivvies, which then put them off, so they left. So then we was able to just drop in straight behind them.
Yeah.
But our way of thinking was, well, you've been warned by the police, no fishing. We haven't been warned by the police, no fishing. Yeah. So let's just give it a go. If they come along, then we'll pack up and leave. Because for all intents and purposes, these lads leaving could have just been throwing us a curveball to say, no, you don't want to be fishing here. This is rubbish. You don't want to be here. So we kind of went with the philosophy of, if we hadn't seen these lads, we would have stopped. We would have fished.
Yeah.
We don't know any better. But turns out we was obviously okay because we managed to get the fishing licenses.
That was it. Yeah.
It was okay to fish.
All fine.
All absolutely fine.
And we saw when you left me. Remember?
Well, that was the last day. But, but we saw fish quite quickly. I remember that really quickly, middle of the lake, where it was like, bloody hell, there's quite a few fish turning. So we was like, hang on about this looks good, you know. From our research, this is definitely the lake we thought it was. This looks good. So I think we just absolutely spanned out a load of rods, set up the tap. You threw up. I was exhausted.
Well, I was exhausted because I thought it'd be a great idea to swim my rigs out.
That was
lying on top of me unhooking mat.
And have no night's sleep, from 24 hours on.
Not that we recommend that.
No, so it was an absolute growler. But it turned out to be, hands down, one of the best trips. I mean, we couldn't park the car there. So, like, when I talk about the hardest trip, so we dropped the gear off in the van, you dropped the van back, and then the next morning, we heard like workmen driving up on the road. So we thought, it must be fine, like, driving around here. They kind of stopped, looked at us, but didn't say anything, and drove off. You had to run down this launch, run across a bit of river almost to get onto
that's right,
the island that we was fishing on. And it was like, it's fine. You'd gone back that day to go and get some more bait, or go and get the boat. That's what you said, I'll take the car, we'll go and get the boat.
Got the boat, got the leisure battery.
Gone back to the...
Got it back.
They'd shut the gate, hadn't they? That was it. So they shut the gate and then welded a brand new padlock onto it. So it was wide open when we'd went. But we don't know if the guys before might have cut it off. But they'd obviously come down. That must have been why they'd stopped. Gone and welded this padlock onto the gate. And it was like, shit, hang on a minute. It's a mile and a half. You got to walk back with the leisure batteries. Walk back with the boat.
We've got a week's worth of gear, though.
Week's worth of gear.
Yeah.
We've got, I don't know, we probably dropped off about 20, 30 kilo of boilies down on the first day, but you got 60, 70 kilo boilies in the back of the van, 2 leisure batteries. No, 1 leisure battery.
One at this time, yeah. Food, big cool boxes for the three of us, all the water.
And I can't do anything because I'm
you're
literally,
biff.
as soon as I almost sort of open up my bed chair and collapse because my back was screwed. I had no idea what was going on. So these guys had set everything up, but it was an unbelievable venue. I think the footage, it'd be great if we can allay some of the footage over this.
Oh, some of the drone footage in particular, yeah.
Unbelievable.
But some stuff didn't even make it onto the clip, did it? So that could possibly be some of the other bits that would be amazing to bring in.
What was it? We was down there for a week, filming for CC Moore. It was our first feature film for CC Moore. And it's, so we'll share the link now. We've also put it on the ClubCarp page to check it out. And it was my first boating trip.
How did that go, Jack?
Do you know what? Apart from sort of taking off and landing, great. Or going over George's rigs, but apart from that, but we was fishing at what? It was 340 meters, I think it was. So I think the first 5 days I didn't catch anything because I was fishing. I hadn't got tournament reels, so. So I couldn't even get. It's only so far you get out, but absolutely you're fishing to the limit. And I was fishing over a couple of spots I found out in the ocean. You'd manage to get yourself all the way across these snags, and when we say snags, they were fallen trees, literally collapsed trees into the lake. And you'd bought a snorkel, so you bought a snorkel. We had GoPro, so you'd gone over there the first day and had a look at it, and it was like Carp Zoo. It was just absolutely packed for carp. So you'd managed to get your rods over from the first day, really. I think you put a couple over there, left one short. You'd gone long, and I was fishing short.
Yeah.
And then I think from the off, really, we started getting into carp. And I say we was fishing up to trees at, I don't know, probably 100, 200 foot trees in the water. We was fishing probably
they were huge.
10, 15 foot off the edge of them, but at 300 metres. So it was a real learning exercise for us. So we got into quite a few carp quite quickly.
Neal did as well, but then kept losing them.
Neal had about 20
environmentally friendly part of me was catch and release, but I chose to release them very early.
Release that catch.
So Neal, I remember one particularly because obviously we're making the film.
Yeah.
I think we was about 5 days in now. And me and you have had a couple of nice fish.
Yeah.
And Neal, unfortunately, he had a rough couple of nights. Hadn't caught any.
George poisoned us cooking.
You were sick as well. You two threw up.
George's cooking those hooky sausages.
Neal hadn't landed anything, and then all of a sudden Neal's had a run.
Yeah.
And both of you have jumped in the boat, and I'm like, this is it. This is brilliant. So I've got the cameras out, drone is up, cameras on the boat. It's all going well, and then all of a sudden, I think you must have just got up off the fish, and then think you had a hook pull.
It went through another rig, didn't it?
That was it. You picked up another rig. Yeah.
There's a load of braid
on
in the
a
weed.
branch. Yeah.
And then on the way back, I could see Jack on the way back in going, "Call the camera, call that line."
Do not film this.
Do not film this.
And he's not clocked it. He's carried on filming. And I'm just like, this is awful.
Come on, say something. It's all for the picture, and we got to keep talking. No, George, I don't want to talk.
Honestly, I thought Neal
there
was
were a
gonna
few
film me.
expletives exchanged and said, if you really want me to talk, you might not like it.
Honestly, it was a scary moment.
I think that Neal was at the point about getting his fishing rods and snapping them over his knee at that point.
I think I just wanted Haribo and bed.
Yeah, I mean, it was really hard fishing, and like physically and emotionally, it was. Like you said, we were fishing at 300 metres. Our boat we only brought one battery with us. We went well undergunned, really. We didn't really know where we was fishing.
That's everything. The leisure battery obviously run out.
Tanked it inside 2 days.
Yeah, so then we had to go out into the local town, village, trying to find somewhere that sells leisure batteries in the middle of the Alps.
In the Alps was a nightmare.
Yeah. But thankfully, we did. We managed to get somewhere. And then once we obviously got back to the lake, we then had the hard task of carrying new leisure batteries,
2 leisure
food,
batteries,
water,
and bait,
everything.
Mile and a half.
At which point we'd figured that it was 5 kilos on each spot. So you'd open a bag, cover it in. It was response fish, wasn't it? At that point,
I was thinking about that the other day. Actually, our last night we'd run out of bait, and it just completely dried up the fishing, didn't it? Like we literally was only putting over a couple of scoops. But actually, when you think about the fishing, I think we could have caught double if we'd caught on quite quickly and said, actually, every time we go out, 1 kilo, 2 kilos straight on the spot, because you're having a bite within an hour, weren't you?
Yeah,
it was really off the hit. It was red hot days, wasn't it?
I did eventually catch, by the way.
Yes, 2
eventually.
So was it 3? 2 or 3 you had?
I think I had 2.
2.
But I had the biggest audience. They all wanted to come over and have a picture.
Yeah, that was the other thing.
Oh,
about
the big
it,
party.
Yeah, it was like a party. So this is
a
like
flamingo to the left.
One thing I love about
rubber duck to the right.
That's it. Like public lakes in France, like they use them as sort of like Lidos in England, like swimming pools. So you get everybody going up, but it was quite a young crowd. There was a town not too far away. So like we had on the right hand side we had a party one day. On the other side we had like a massive party of kids.
Big barbecue family.
George has got a long lens for his camera. And one day like we're standing there watching. Like it's probably getting into dusk, isn't it? And like people come out and swim each day. We had a lovely old French guy each morning would come out and swim next to us and go back, and he did it every single day. But one evening we're kind of looking, and like it is miles to the other side of the lake in the corner, and we're looking. I was like, I reckon that, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but I'm pretty sure they're naked. George's like, hang on a minute, gets out the long lens, naked woman, full buff, standing at the end of the lake. But it was
George's life.
George's life, easily pleased. But we caught some mega fish. I mean, I caught a new PB.
Stonky fish.
Still stands as well, doesn't it?
So I've not really fished.
Oh yeah, you haven't been out.
Well, we fished the Valley. That was the last place. I did a bit in England. I shot.
Valley was the clincher for you, wasn't it? So we did a social club.
That was it.
Box team trip to that.
Yeah.
Of which we've got 2 French trips next year.
Back to back.
That's gonna be
which
mega.
is gonna be.
But yeah, that was your last.
That was my
last.
My last fishing. So yeah, I had a 54.5 pound mirror out of this lake,
which was red.
The footage we got was pretty decent, but like we're losing the light real quick. But it was an unbelievable fish. Like sent me sideways for about 3 hours to just comprehending fish in a public lake. Middle of nowhere.
But what was good, I found, with that fish was that George was really sympathetic to your back. Just hold it a bit further out away from you, Jack. Turn sideways. Yeah. My back hurts. It's all about the picture, Jack. Come on. Picture. Think of the team. I'm thinking about my back. No, it's not about your back, Jack. It's not as if it's a big problem. Oh, little did we know.
Oh, yeah. Little did I know. So I blame George. I'll invoice you for that. But it was...
There'll be a Fast and Light coming on the market soon.
Yeah, well,
very soon.
I don't think I'll be selling that Fast and Light because I'm convinced I'll get under that again. But yeah, we caught some mega fish over there, and then so that was really it for my fishing. But you guys, I went out to Holland, didn't I? Which we got no footage of because I tried to film it on my own, but it was terrible. I think I've filmed it. I just don't know what I've done with the cards. But you guys went out. So I'd said to George and Neal, I said, we'll go fishing. He's like, yeah. He goes, I can only do the week before. You can only do the week before me.
That's right.
I couldn't go. So he was like, I'll tell you what, we'll try and knock up a film, another Seasimore film. You go for a week, and then I'll jump in behind you. And I was like, look, I want this fish. So we went the year before, and I caught a wicked fish. An absolute perler.
Mega fish.
Absolute perler. We all caught some good fish there, actually, but that was a perler. I had it right off. But there's another fish in that lake which we was told about, which was like a fully.
Yeah.
An absolute corker. And that had rested with me, because we'd said about going back to Amsterdam a few times. I was like, I want to go for that fish, right time of year. So I don't know when it was, but it was October. Yeah, because I had a good
cold and wet.
It was October, because after I'd done my back, I kind of rebounded really quickly, and then. So you went, and I was like, look, I'm going after this fish, right? That's the one I want. We'll make a film. But you go there. If you catch the other one, which I had, great. And then I'll bounce off the back of it. Yeah. First fish he catches is the filly. Cheers, mate. Like, he's been there like 24 hours. He's like, I've had that fish. Oh, cheers.
Ruined it.
Ruined it for me. I've booked a crossing, train crossing to go after this one fish. And he's had it.
Sorry, mate.
But it was a mega fish.
Oh, brilliant.
But you had some terrible weather, didn't you?
Well, it would have only been worse if you hadn't brought a raincoat, wouldn't it, when it was pouring with rain?
Schoolboy error, in my excitement of getting ready to go, I'd packed the van with all my fishing gear, but I'd actually forgotten trousers, jumper, rain jacket.
Unbelievable. Just
a general jacket.
Yeah.
Essentials I'd completely forgotten. So all I had was 4 pairs of shorts, a couple of spare pairs of pants, and 2 or 3 clean t-shirts.
And it's like October.
And it's October, and
pouring rain.
The
minute we've dropped there.
Unbelievable.
So I need to say it was a very expensive trip, because that first morning, first fish, and then realised I'm going to have to run out to a shop here and go and get a rain jacket.
Just drenched, yeah.
So I ran out to a shop to get a rain jacket, but ended up costing me about €80 for the most basic rain jacket going.
Yeah. No Lidl around there, is there? Decathlon?
No.
No. But it was worth it. So not only did you catch the fully, you ended up catching the fish I caught the year before.
Same one you had the year before.
It's an absolute pack of fish. So
we've completed that one now.
Completely, but I will go back for that fish. Like,
Neal wants to go back.
Yeah,
I haven't caught from that lake yet.
We'll go without him.
And a vegan cafe over the road that we didn't have.
Like a bit of food.
Oh, that was brilliant.
But they were shut.
Yeah, they were shut when we went.
No, you're joking.
Nah.
George's big plan was we won't take too much with us, because we'll go to a cafe right behind us. We're like, well, result.
Yeah, perfect. Just go and have a glass. They just serve wine and
everything. They had COVID, so they'd shut.
They'd closed.
Oh, Joe.
Yeah, what result? We thought, why am I listening to George? This is George's life. We'll be all right. We can make it.
We've all done well on different trips there. So you did really well on the first one.
Yeah.
Right, absolute mega carp. Second time we went, Neal had a 30 pound.
You had a 40, didn't you?
He played it in under the ice.
My bream that was under the ice.
Yeah.
Don't want this, George. We'll knock it off under the ice. That's a carp, Neal.
Didn't you go in like February? You went after the back of. We went.
It was January. It was after
filming
Rob Burgess.
Yeah, so we was filming with Burgess for the solid bag box. That was it. So I'd done a couple of days at Turner's.
We hadn't even planned this, so we were filming with Rob Burgess for a feature at Norton Disney.
That was it.
And I said to Neal, "Have you got your I was like, "Have you got your passport with you?" He's like, "Yeah." Why? And I'm like, I've got a couple of extra days. And he went, yeah, so have I. I was like, right, I'm on it. So then I booked the Eurotunnel. In fact, did I even book it? I think we just, we just drove straight down.
Down
so we went from Norton Disney. We stopped off at mine just to have a quick shower and a change of clothes.
Packed some warmer clothes,
Brought a jacket out.
Bought a jacket on that one. Yeah. And then straight down to the Eurotunnel, got a ticket for the Eurotunnel, and then straight over to Amsterdam.
Unbelievable.
It was great. We learned a lot. The thing is, going backwards and forwards, you learn so much more. Basically, bring a coat, bring some clothes, because it might rain.
Yeah, prepare to fail, or whatever it is. Fail to prepare to fail.
Yeah.
And it was all right. The lake froze on us.
It's mega over there, though, Holland. Like, so there's hardly any pay lakes, is there? And it's
there's none, is there?
It's basically the equivalent of the EA run it.
Yeah, and
it's so easy to book your ticket. You look at the areas you want to fish.
You get your ticket for the year.
And it's so cheap. It was like 70, 80 euros.
80 euros for the year, I think.
It was
Vispas,
Vispas,
just for that area.
And it was amazing. Ryan de Wolf is the tackle shop in the middle of Amsterdam, and they couldn't have been more helpful, because we go down there like trying to explain. And they were good as gold. They were so helpful, helped us out, and went, all right, you head over here, you'll be good. And so that massive help from them.
We had.
I love the place.
It's mega, and we are good friends. Your Ridge Monkey counterparts from Holland as well. Renee and Jeff helped us out the first time we went. So big shout out to them. Unbelievable anglers, even better photographers, and they catch a lot of fish. But their photography is out of this world.
Second to none.
I've never seen anything like it, and definitely
go and follow them. You'll see what they do.
Unbelievable anglers. These guys catch buckets of massive carp.
Yeah.
Not just in Holland, they travel around Europe.
They do an awful lot at France, Abbey Lakes during the winter months.
That's it, yeah.
And then obviously back over to Holland. He does a lot in the Alps as well. I think even René's got a bit bored of going over to the Alps now. So
smashing 50s and 60s out.
So fun. So we've all done well in Holland. We've done all right in France between us, Pays Lakes or Publix. But you guys have got a trip planned. When's that? It's only a few weeks' time, isn't it?
November. So mid-November, we're potentially doing a river trip into France. Neal was like, I don't know anything about this.
I know about the one next month.
I thought it was going to end.
Where are we going next month? Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
Seriously. This concerns me more than anything that he's forgotten about that one.
This is it. So,
we're at Lake Como next week.
For a week. Next week with the family. With the family. Technically fishing.
Technically not fishing, but
I'm going to take some rods.
I'm going to take some rods.
Jen, I apologise for everything he does.
Well, while they're sleeping at night, I might as well be fishing.
Yeah, might as well, right? Be rude not to.
Exactly.
And then sleep through the day when they want to do things.
Although I do need to check the Lake Como rules and if you can or cannot fish. I've not actually done any homework yet, so there might be a chance that I don't actually get up to any fishing.
Well, it's worth taking the rods just in case. Even if you can flick them out and you get caught. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then September. So
legitimate fishing only.
Yeah.
September is Cassian.
Yeah. So you guys are going. You go with Aaron and another one of your mates.
Yeah. It was a normal conversation with George about where we're going to go fishing in the UK, which turned into somehow agreeing to a week in Cassian.
Yeah, big shout. If you guys fish with George a lot, you'll learn that. George has unbelievable amounts of leave based on his working patterns with ClubCarp and everything else. So you'll go, George, I've got 4 days off, 5 days, 6 days, whatever it might be. Let's go fishing. Why don't we go and fish a lake up in the north, whatever. Within an hour, George is like, but I've seen there's a river. It's about 19 hours drive, just in the Pyrenees. Fancy it? Have you done any research? Well, we could have fishing.
Well, Aaron was the latest victim to my my planning. So we drove 12 hours down to the river lot to then hire a boat for 48 hours, to then do 48 hours on the river lot, to then only drive 12 hours back to Calais to then get a crossing. Amazing trip. But if you don't take a bit of a leap sometimes and just go with it, you will never have an adventure.
Totally. Well, you've got a mega adventure. I think fishing one of the most historic lakes, and
hopefully you're back fighting fit by mid-November.
Mid-November's a push. Surgery, I've got. I doubt it. I'd like to be, but it's not. I've got my new ticket coming up in November as well. So I'd like to go back fishing with a bang there. So
new ticket?
Carthagena, Brook Lake. I've waited 6 years. On that. So when they knocked back the surgery, the first thing I thought about from up was like, shit,
fishing
tickets 1st of November, and I was like, in my head I was like, I've got 10 weeks from the surgery to the 1st of November. If I graft, I reckon I can get myself physically fit to bang, first winter after having back surgery, straight in on Brook. And go after the fish I want there, but I think I won't be down there till December realistically, and try and get into it. So, but you've got Cassine, so how long are you going there for?
We're there 10 days, is it?
10 days, maybe.
Well, we've booked a hotel on the way down, so we're going to drive down, stop at a hotel, have a couple of beers, and then the following day make the rest of the drive. We've booked a mega villa down there, and then we've got 7 days actual fishing, and then we've got another hotel on the way back. So about seven days worth of fishing, and then a couple of days either side for
packing all the gear. Are you using any local? Because obviously they do a lot of tour companies. Or are you taking your own gear for this?
No, so we take all our own gear. We actually hire boats out through ClubCarp. So ClubCarp members, they can have the option to hire out some of the boats if they need them. So we've got all the gear.
Going to take it down.
Going to take them down. I know the lake reasonably well anyway. So between 4 of us as well, like all fishing, the key is to just find a fish. As soon as you find a fish on a big venue like that, the fishing actually isn't too tough. Although I say that, even if we can come away with having caught one fish each,
that'd be an excellent
result.
For Cassine, I think like you said, 4 of you going for 7 days. If you have one, amazing. If you manage to catch more than one between you, I think you've had a great success.
Great. Oh yeah,
and it is all going to be boat work. There's
it's graft as well,
and it's getting used to being back out in the boat, big leads.
Yeah. Fishing a big old lake for big fish. So
it is great fun.
That's going to be mega. Are you going to film it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'm trying to tap up Sam, our videographer, for a free holiday down to the south of France. See if he can come down. He's shaking his hands now, going, "Why not?"
I think he loves the idea of it. That would be one I'd love to go. So maybe next year. Although thinking about that, because obviously, touch wood, next year, I'll be back. Yeah. And I think we've got to go back with a bit of a bang on our next proper Euro trip.
Well, we've got 2 weeks at the Goncourt complex with the ClubCarp members. So first week sold out really quick, and then we had to book a second week to accommodate those that wanted to come. So we've got 2 weeks there. Yeah. So obviously all three of us will be there as well.
Parts of the trip.
Doing a little bit of fishing as well as helping everybody out on the event.
Yes, please, if I'm there.
Then we have got obviously a few plans to be made.
If you where would you want to fish next? I think we're firmly on our heads now. Apart from our own ticket waters, if you've got a week, I think having experienced it a few times, Holland, we've done the Alps. Where would you want to go?
So we've got a couple of pins in maps towards the south of France.
You think south of France?
But then we also have we've got some canals in Belgium.
Yeah. There's some big.
Yeah, but we can do that on an overnighter.
What about the Pyrenees?
So we've got the Pyrenees, and also you can easily get an overnight ferry down to Santander, which is northern Spain, and then there are some mega untouched waters in Spain.
Well, yeah, I mean, you see what's his name? Samir
and Claire.
They lead the way in regards to a lifestyle, don't they?
They've done it big. They do it properly. They fish really well out there. And they've thrown themselves into it. You can't do it by half measures. But George was also looking at Morocco at one point.
Yeah, so we watched that film, didn't we? And that was it in the Atlas Mountains.
The Atlas Mountains.
I'd love to do that. I think I'd die out there, though. Like, out of anyone I know who gets injured the most, it's one of those where I'll get plagued by some kind of food poisoning inside about 3 days.
And then the other one, which you're not going to like me for, is America's getting pretty big on old carp fishing now.
I was reading something about that the other day. Yeah, I'd be up for that. You can't quite take the van and the gear there though.
We'll have to work something out with the rods.
We'll have to. You can probably
scopes
and do all of that. I'd like to do that. I'd like to do Austria as well. I think that's an area that I don't know a lot about fishing wise. I think that'd be quite cool. Germany's quite challenging from what I understand in regards to licenses. Austria, you need a license as well. But that could be quite an experience, getting your licenses.
We'll go and go. Why not?
Well, anyone watching this or listening to this, leave us a comment on where you think we should be going next. And, pop your comment down below, along with your name. And you never know, we might even take you with us.
Yeah, sound. I'm up for that.
As long as you don't point out that we need to go to the Himalayas or Australia.
Something outrageous, And
George will go, obviously.
We like warmer climates. Thailand is always a good one.
Oh, you've seen those places where you go and fish for jungle fish? Like, they're all kind of arapaima and all of that. I don't know if I fancy it.
No, I'm not too bothered by that.
I don't know.
I've seen the food and the cocktails. That's me. That's a bit of me. I like food.
I'm quite traditional. Oh, Sam's holding up a picture
of...
is that China?
Sam wants to go to China.
China wants to go to China.
Bit different.
I don't know if that's for me. I really like just fishing for carp. I'm not too bothered about the other species.
We have had an invite up north to go and do a salmon one.
Yeah.
So we have had an invite to go and capture some salmon fishing. Now, I have not got a clue about fishing on the fly for salmon.
Well, I've got one of my close friends' dad's a really good fly fisherman. So I had a word with him the other day and I said, actually, I want to get out on the fly at some point. So I'm going to try and get a few lessons in before you guys.
I've given it a go. I've been fly fishing. I got taken by a guy at work.
Yeah.
He actually asked me the other week.
Didn't go well.
Didn't.
So I hooked the boat.
Solid work.
Underneath.
Good work.
I think I did well. I ran us aground.
Yeah.
And then I hooked his nose.
Love that. Just straight
Which I thought wasn't that bad, but
you caught something, right?
Yeah, technically it's a catch, right?
I'm your man for it.
That'd be pretty cool.
Not really at all. I was rubbish.
That'd be pretty cool. So I definitely think any recommendations of places to go, let us know. I'm coming back with an aggressive approach, I think, to my fishing. I've got
most of it.
They say the diary for next year is filling up.
Yeah, my
problem
is I only get limited annual leave, so that's that I don't get the luxury that you guys. I say luxury. You guys work unbelievable hours to create pockets of space. I I work for the man, so I'm the 9 to 5 jobber here, so I only get 25 days a year.
That's all right. We can work that in.
I might have to leave a little bit for my own sanity, but I'm up for it. So, socials booked. They're all up for the year. Working on next year's. What else are we thinking about for ClubCarp at the moment? What do you see coming in the next sort of year?
So next year, obviously, we'll get out to some of the shows.
Yeah.
So I believe we'll be at the Big One show.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to see us there, taking part in that. Obviously, we've got the events.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of media creation being done. We've got some big top anglers that we are teaming up with very, very soon to get out and start creating content with.
Awesome.
We've already done a couple of those episodes recently.
Yeah.
Big shout out, we already said to Rob Gibson as well, mega videographer for doing that.
Yeah.
I've also got my own work within the Ridge Monkey world.
How's that looking at the moment?
It's looking really good. So we've just released Dan Hawkes' vlog, second vlog.
Yeah.
Currently editing through the third one at the moment, so that is yet to be released as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of products and things like that I need to get on board with and start getting shoots of and getting some pictures as well. So that's looking very, very busy at the moment.
Excellent.
Filmed a couple of the series of Approach, which you will see my first feature drop in hopefully within the next few months.
Awesome.
We've already filmed season 2 of that.
Yeah.
So no doubt we'll start filming season 3 as well of that next year. And then obviously into our European adventures as well.
Busy time in the world of fishing for you, isn't it?
Oh, God, yeah.
Absolutely. Nuts. Yeah.
Proper lifestyle, isn't it?
Proper lifestyle.
Well, it's graft, though. I mean, how do you balance it all?
I can't. I have an angry missus. She started to question now how much time I'm spending out in the bank, and then she keeps saying, if we have a baby, it's all going to change.
Oh, bloody, that will change.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Okay, we'll move on firmly from there.
I think we'll probably wrap this one up now.
Yeah, definitely.
But needless to say as well, I keep saying needless to say, but next episode, needless. Needleless.
Next
episode, we will be talking about the One More Cast twig. There's a lot of controversial, a lot of conversation to be had about that. So it'd be interesting to get your input on that as well. So please leave questions and comments below on what you think, and we'll be going through some of those as well. So make sure you have your input about the One More Cast twig below, and we'll have a good look at that. We'll also be getting on one of the ClubCarp members as well.
Wicked.
And we're having a good conversation about him, and we'll also be having a conversation with him about mental health and about how fishing, because it's such a big subject at the moment, is affecting people, and how great fishing is for people's welfare.
Mega. Thanks very much for tuning in.
Good
to catch up with you guys. Yeah. Thanks, Sam, for
putting up with us.
Crafting. And
sorry about the
tea,
the rubbish tea.
I made the tea, but under guide from George, which is never going.
I would really like a new one, but if you could run the tap,
I
fostered myself through that.
This is thirsty work, and I've kind of had to slave my way through a grotty tea. So
we've gone with the rustic surroundings, which I like.
And the rustic tea.
It's not rusty tea.
Rusty tea. That's horrible.
It's clinical. If I could give it any flavour, it's clinical.
Lead pipe poisoning all over it. That's what that is. Yeah. But no, great times. A lot of people joining up. Give us a follow. Have a look. And see what you think of what we're doing. Obviously, same as normal. Yeah. Give us some comments. Give us feedback. We'll always take it. And just have a look. See what you think of us.
Definitely. And for those members, just a subtle plug, check out our brand new app, where you can log on instead of using the website. You can access the members area, access socials, products, key bits of information about what's going on at Shop at ClubCarp, and it's a great new product that you've worked really hard on in the last sort of 6-7 months to produce that. So check out the app, check out the website, sign up. There'll probably be a link somewhere on this video, and
shameless link.
Shameless link.
Just join us.
We'll see you on the next one.
We'll see you soon.
Catch you later. Cheers, guys.